the turn dash. These are my two fabrics. I'm going to use this fabric as like the background. For the turn dash, we need one 4.5-inch square of this fabric for your background. I want to make sure that my 4.5-inch square is going to be pretty and what I want it to be. So I'm going to take this 4.5-inch square ruler and just kind of put it on the fabric where I want it to be, because I kind of want to get some of the flowers and all of the colors. I think I'm going to do right here. This is called fussy cutting, and you do that when you have a pattern that you want to make sure shows up. So this will be the middle square of our turn dash. For the rest of the squares, you need 4 5-inch squares of this and 4 5-inch squares of the other fabric. It's really starting to feel like spring outside, and I am so excited. I know I live in Michigan. We can probably still get snow just like last month. 2 of each of these squares are gonna become your half square triangles. So these are going to become your 4 half square triangles to go in the corners, and then the other set is going to become the little like straight line pieces. Just like a half square triangle, we are going to mark the middle of this square. Half of 5 is 2.5, so you're going to mark a line 2.5 inches in. So just like the half square triangles, you're going to sew 1/4 of an inch away from this line. You can measure 1/4 of an inch away from this line and draw another line. So you can do lines like this, and you're sewing on the 2 outer lines. If that helps you out, do it. If not, skip it. But we're going to sew 2 squares like that and 2 squares like a triangle. Again, half square triangles, so on either side of that middle line. Now that we have these all sewn together, we need to cut them down the middle. You're just cutting straight down that line you made earlier, the corner. Here's one of your half square triangles. Oh no! Not right sides together. So this fabric is backwards, so you just have to pick this apart and you can sew these back together. The rest of them I did correctly. I'm going to press all of these open, flip these around, and then we need to trim them down to 4.5-inch square. As always, you need to pick a side to iron all of your things towards and stick with that. Okay, you're getting so close. Now we just need to trim down all the squares. This ruler isn't 100% necessary, but it does make things a lot easier. Now we're ready to assemble our blocks. So you start with your middle square. The triangles go in the corner like that. And then these strip pieces is going to be like that. So that's how your square will turn out. You sew in rows, and then you sew the rows together. And here's your finished turn dash. I love how this one turned out. It was such a fun block to do. Here are my 3 blocks together. They're so fun and happy. So follow along for next month. We're doing another block.